I made this record for you to jam, so use it.
From the theme parks to downtown brick streets, from winter garden to sandy bare feet, everywhere the light touches is our kingdom. We're spilling tea and dropping wisdom. Don't worry about missing the headlines. We're here to help. It's the Orlando Shine.
It's the Orlando Shine Show with the Bus and Brendan.
That was the Bus. This is Brendan from OrlandoShine.com. And we're hanging out in the Milk District today.
We are at Primrose Lanes Bowling and Skating, underline skating.
Skating just happened. They just added it. If you're like, what are you talking about? It's basically...
I'm looking at a discotheque right now.
It's a discotheque.
With the skating rink. So
With
there's a new skating rink here at Primrose Lanes.
There used to be D1. There was a gym here.
Yeah, it was like a training facility.
And they, I guess, the company went bankrupt, and they moved out. And the company that owns Primrose next door, the little bowling and eatery and sports bar, kind of just expanded into this space.
So yeah, now I'm staring at a skating rink that has nobody on it right now, but I brought my skates.
Yes.
I got to try it out.
Well, we got to get a shot of you doing it.
Oh,
too.
we will. But yeah, it's brand new, just opened in the last 2-3 weeks. And it's not as big as some of the other rinks in town. It's really not for somebody who's like super into roller skating, I would say.
Could we do a roller derby game here?
I don't know the dimensions of roller derby. They might need a whole rink. This is like a half a rink, I would say.
I wonder if that's a thing. That'd be fun to sponsor a derby game. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
But
and finally in an air-conditioned spot where you could buy drinks. That's nothing.
True.
You can't do that anywhere.
You can't actually drink here. You probably shouldn't drink and roller skate, I'll say.
Well, but you can drink and watch.
But yeah, open 7 days a week, various times, mostly open till midnight or 1.
3 p.m. to midnight, I think he said. He said it's really just a nightclub with a roller rink.
Yeah.
Nightclub with bowling lanes in it.
$15 to $20, skates included.
And it's Chef Jason.
Yeah, and there's good food here, too.
Yeah, so we know that we
it's
love
not your crummy nachos and popcorn and wingdings. It's good food.
Wingdings.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out at the break.
Yeah, I have a chicken quesadilla coming. You have a chicken Caesar wrap.
We're here for lunch, actually.
Yeah, we are. We're
hanging out.
Yeah, I like that. And it's on Friday, so we have lots of things to talk about.
Good.
What has been happening, John? We recorded early last week.
We did.
So there are some stories that we didn't get to talk about.
We should talk about the Just Call Mo's Celebrity Bowl-O-Rama.
Let's talk about it. I think it went well.
I'm glad you think it went well. It was Saturday, sold out.
Yeah.
Fun times.
I'm glad I wasn't in drag because it was hot.
It's a little warm in there. Yeah. It's all those bodies rubbing against each other.
So many. We filled it up.
So many bodies. Yeah, we raised $15,000.
It's like a Britney Spears video.
Raised $15,000 for Rosie's Adventures. So good times.
Which helps with childhood cancer.
Yeah. They go to hospitals to like bring them toys while they're in the hospital.
I love
and stuff.
Good charity. Good
times.
cause. Everybody had a wonderful time. It was so fun to see.
You didn't win.
No. It's probably the worst game I've ever bowled, to be honest. And then there was a guy on my team. It was the best game he had ever bowled.
Wow, all right.
He got like 250s.
You should have got the bumpers, Brendan.
We did have the bumpers, but they would give it to me.
You still did bad.
He said adults will ruin the bumpers.
I get it. I get you.
It's only for the kids.
So thanks for everybody who came out. We had a good time. Next up is probably our comedy jam sometime in September, October.
Oh, wow.
Haven't got a date yet.
A little lull.
Well, in Orlando, we have some Tampa events coming up, too.
Oh, that's fun. What are you doing in Tampa?
We're going to do a Just Call Mo Grand Prix.
Okay.
Which is a go-kart race.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Like the little go-karts or like people in them?
Oh, people in them.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're going to be racing.
That's cool. We're going to get you behind the belly flop contest.
All right, we'll see.
I think, we can take that over. They'd love to have you.
How about you, Brendan? What did you do this week?
Well, we were recording early last week because I went to Savannah.
Oh, all right. That's where I got
Georgia.
Married. Did you go to the tree I got married underneath?
I don't think
Thanks,
I did.
Brendan.
Where is that? It's a big tree?
Yeah, well, hopefully it's still there. I don't know. Or it's in Orleans Square. It's one of the squares.
I did. I was there.
All right,
Yeah,
good.
I saw a big tree there.
Cool.
Oh, that's so funny.
There's a lot of trees and a lot of squares, so you
No, I was in the Orleans Square.
all right.
I think.
They
it
all
was
look
right
the
downtown.
same.
It's in the historic district.
Well, they all look the same, but but yes.
Not the really, really old ones. You could tell they're special. You know? I love to hug an old tree.
I think there's 14 squares, so
It was.
did you have a good time?
I don't know if I loved the historic district. It felt very bougie.
Well, it's not cheap to live there.
And I was in a historic hotel that used to be a Coca-Cola plant, and I already forgot the name of
Haunted, I assume.
It felt haunted.
Everything's
There was
haunted.
an alarm that went off late at night.
Ghosts.
In a boutique hotel. I wasn't happy about that. But then I found a spot called Bull Street, which was kind of like the Mills 50 of Savannah.
Cool.
Very, very cool. There was a coffee shop there. We posted about it on our thing. And the owner was a huge fan of the Orlando coffee scene, and he was
Great.
talking it up. He was like, "Oh, I love this, and this." Lydian, she gave them a shout out.
Cool.
And we have a coffee convention here that he was all about. Anyway, I thought that was really cool. And then we also wrapped up finally the Six in the City campaign.
Do you sell those units yet?
I don't know. They've been very busy.
They should just give you one.
I
We should say it's a collection of condos. Would you call it townhouses?
Townhouses
yeah.
in College Park. There's 6 of them.
And they're all right next to each other, right? On
there's
Princeton.
One specific property is 4, and then one, like a little bit down the street, has 2.
Okay, that one's 4. Okay.
Yeah, so 4 and 2.
One of those garages looks hard to get into.
You know what? I'll be honest. Yeah, it looks tight. And
if you know the one I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I do. They're named after all the characters from Sex and the City. I did help them do a video series where I played all of the women from Sex and the City. And women loosely, because I just look like a brick. It is not good. Like, some of those wigs are just terrible. Just terrible. It's probably the ugliest Brenda has ever looked, but it's really funny, really campy. And we wrapped the last one. Then there was an event that I had to go to.
I saw the
and
video.
hang out at.
Cool.
Yeah, the video was interesting because I told them I don't dance or nothing. so you need to get
But does
real
Brenda
queens.
dance? Does Brenda dance?
No. Brendan will wiggle. You know, Brenda will not. You know,
Thought maybe
she'll wiggle
more
too.
of a jiggler than a
Yeah,
wiggler.
she's a jiggler. That's a t-shirt. And they hired 2 other queens, and then I rolled up, and they had planned this whole thing, and they wanted me to perform.
All
and I
right.
had to say on the microphone, "Brenda, don't perform, girls." But I can tell you, a dirty joke.
They give you some fans and you blowing on them, or
I had my own because it was so bleeding hot. I was melting the whole time. But it was fun. Good time. Shout out to Newberry Homes for having me. Go check it out, Six in the City. And then the Fringe International teaser was this week, too. So we went there.
This was in addition to all the other Fringe shows you've gone to?
I've only been to one. So
I thought you went to like a preview 2 weeks ago.
I did. So that's the local preview.
Oh,
so
that's
all
right.
the local
That's
people
right.
who are performing. And then they have an international and national preview.
Because
which
they're
is-
just getting here now.
Yes. And so it's all these artists from around the world and around the country who didn't have a chance to do that teaser show. And they use that as a ribbon cutting ceremony.
Cool.
It's their 35th annual year. Scotty and I went. We took some pictures. Scotty already has a story up on OrlandoShine.com if you want
Great.
to see his recommendations, because Scotty has a history in theater. He knows what he's talking about. We're going to start doing reviews, so you can see reviews of early reviews, hopefully, of the best of the best. And you'll see that all up on OrlandoShine.com.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because Fringe started earlier this week on the 12th, I
It
think.
did, and that's the kickoff to the 2-week festival.
And it runs, like you said, 2 weeks. Lock Haven Park. Tickets are usually, I think the button's $10, $15.
Yes,
Gotta
and
get a
that goes
button
to the
first.
festival.
Gotta get the button
So you
first.
buy the button, and the money from the button goes to the festival, and then you buy tickets.
Yes.
You can't buy a ticket without a button.
No.
And once you have the tickets, all the money from the tickets goes to that artist. So that's how they make their money. 100% of those funds from the tickets goes back to the artist.
Cool. They got a digital button yet or not yet?
No.
No, I haven't got my idea for that
And their
one yet.
app has kind of disappeared. I don't know what's up with that, because they should have, they need an app.
My biggest complaint always with the Fringe Festival, and maybe I'm just dumb, is that I always felt like signage was not great sometimes.
Wayfinding can be tough.
Yeah, because they'll be like the Orange venue. I'm like, yeah.
Where is that?
Where's that?
You
And they'd
have
be
to
like-
have a map.
And then
it's-
they would say, it's the Shakespeare building, and not everybody knows what that is. So, like,
Yes.
just like arrows, the point, like this way, this way, this way.
I agree.
Okay, thank you.
They've done that previously.
Thank you.
In the past.
I appreciate it.
They'll do signposts, color-coded signposts.
I just don't think you can ever have too many signs for people.
And there's over 100 plays to choose from. And there's off-site venues. They call them BYOV, bring your own venue. So Renaissance is in that. Savoy, the gay bar, is
1010 Brewing's one.
1010 Brewing. I think there's one more, but I can't remember. Those are always fun.
But at least those I can Google Map and figure out where they
Yes.
are. But it's hard to Google
You
Map
have to-
where the Shakespeare Center
There is a map of Fringe Fest. It's on their website, but it's also in the program, which is a big old brochure which describes every single show that's there. So make sure you refer to the map before you. Yeah, and actually, and it's parking's going to be tough. Parking is always tough at
It
Buc-ee's.
is. I don't know.
We tried to bring back the bike valet this year, which is how we met the first year, John. I don't know if you remember that.
I threw my bike and you're like, park my bike.
You did, but you were,
jerk.
I thought you were cute, so I did it. It was fine. And now we're friends, and I don't find you attractive at all.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Nobody does.
Oh, well, just your life.
Maybe.
A little bit.
I think so.
Yeah, she won't kick you out of bed for leaving crumbs. Want to talk news?
Let's do it.
Okay, well, first, I have to say, Ty Pennington knows I have a crush on him now.
Who is that? I saw the. I don't know
Move
who that is.
bus, Extreme.
Oh, that's who
home
it is.
Makeover.
Oh, okay, that's who it is. Yeah.
So he's here in town. He lives in Palm Beach, but he's here for a big convention. So I had an opportunity to ask him 10 questions. So you can read it in our latest 10 questions column with Ty Pennington.
That shows you I didn't read it.
That's
I saw the face and I didn't register with me, but I know what you're talking about.
He does some work with lung diseases, which can be triggered by poor home health. If your house is in bad shape and his mom has it, it's part of his journey now is that discussion about making sure that your Florida home is taken
Mold-free?
care of and
Oh.
mold free.
All right, good.
So make sure read that. I thought that was interesting. And okay, so I had some legal stories for Mo.
Well, Mo was going to
gonna
be
come.
here. Attorney Mo DeWitt just called Mo sponsor of our show, but he couldn't make it today.
I wanted
so
to hear what he was going to say.
You'll just have to save him for next time.
I guess we'll ask him next time he comes on. But we should talk about it because they're big stories.
Let's do it.
An Orlando barber was arrested for allegedly firing a crossbow
Oh, yeah.
at a rival shop.
I read this story in the newspaper a few weeks ago or a week ago.
It was a couple
Crazy.
weeks ago, and
Crazy.
I eventually got to it while I was in Savannah. And it's doing crazy. People can't stop talking about it. All the barbers in Central Florida are commenting on our Instagram post. Some of them think it's justifiable, which I thought that was interesting.
I don't think I think shooting a crossbow into somebody's
I know
barbershop
but
is
they're
not
like,
justifiable.
They're like, you open a barbershop across from someone else's, that's a turf war.
There's like a million barbershops though.
John, I
so
agree.
the one we should say the one that the person worked at which
George
one?
Rivera Rodriguez.
He is the alleged crossbow
and
shooter.
I actually don't know where his barbershop was.
Somewhere
Nobody
in College
mentions it.
Park though, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know where exactly. But he's apparently appointed on the barber board by the governor. So he's like the head of the barber association.
Okay.
Something. He's an appointee.
So he is alleged to have shot crossbows from his truck.
From his multiple times.
From his very
drive-by crossbow shootings.
identifiable truck, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
is it like orange?
I think, it's an orange truck.
Yeah, that's
distinct orange
pretty
truck.
easy to figure
It
out.
was spotted in several surveillance videos. They got him on camera. They know it's him.
And the one he was allegedly shooting at is called Manx, right? Is that what it is? On Edgewater, across the street.
I couldn't find any names.
I'm pretty
and of
sure
course
it
you
is.
know them.
It's next to where Jim Hobart's studio used to be, and next to the Asian restaurant.
That's the one
there.
he was shooting?
That's the one that was shot at, I believe.
Oh, they've been there a while.
Yeah. And I know somebody who works there. She is a reserve deputy at the Orange County Sheriff's Office because she used to work at the Orange County Sheriff's Office.
Don't mess with her.
Yeah, don't mess with anybody there.
Well, he's in jail.
Still in jail, or you don't know?
Well,
Maybe
he
bonded
might
out.
have bonded out. He's
Okay.
facing felony charges related to the alleged attacks.
That's crazy, though. I actually got my hair cut there one time at Manx, so glad I wasn't there.
You paid too much for the barber?
No, it's just I'm not good at like keeping the same barber. I'm just like, where can I go today?
Where can you go?
I'm just in a hurry.
Scotty goes to Eleanor's Barbershop in Mill 50 every time.
Love
every
it
2
there.
weeks.
I've been there 2 weeks. Man, I couldn't do that. But like Max,
Self-care.
it's not Manx, it's Max. It's
He likes to be high and
MAKK.
tight.
It's M-A-K-K.
Okay.
Apostrophe S. Max, not
Glad
Max.
it's just 2 Ks.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was the one that was
Okay.
shot at.
Did you hear about that student that was arrested after they were a law student who was arrested?
Yeah.
For putting cameras in a public restroom?
There's actually 2 stories of this. but
I know.
Yeah, so you talk about the first one.
Okay, so Alex Cook
Allegedly.
reported about... No, he reported first. He was not the...
Oh, he was the reporter. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
a Barry University law student was arrested for digital voyeurism charges. Nicholas Sebastian Esparza, 27 years old,
Okay.
identified by one of his law professors at Barry University for allegedly placing cameras on multiple occasions in a restroom behind Barney's coffee shop. So Barney's looks after the restroom. It's not really their restroom.
We've
though.
been there. We've done a show there before.
Yeah, and it's the only actually public restroom that I know of on Park Avenue. So everybody has access to it. Multiple businesses in that shared courtyard use it.
Okay.
But Barney's, I think, is the one that recently renovated it and make sure that it has toilet paper and stuff, right? But they are the ones that kept finding the cameras, and they reported the incident to the police.
Okay.
And so, yeah, they're looking into it. They're trying to find out how long he's been doing it for. Craziness.
That is crazy.
You're pulling up a story that's in Winter Garden, right?
So yeah, the one I saw was in Winter Garden, which
Above.
is above Axum Coffee,
Uh-huh.
and I guess there's another sort of public-ish bathroom there where I think several businesses can use.
Yeah,
I think
in the
so.
building.
And
And
different
I
guy.
haven't written about this yet.
Different guy is the one who.
And he was found
yes.
naked.
Oh, I didn't know
Or
that.
semi-naked.
Oh, he was like in the restroom when they found
Yeah,
him.
he
right?
was. I wonder if he was cruising. Is it a cruising bathroom?
I think he was.
Right?
He was. I think he
doing
was
stuff.
trying to record women.
He was
'cause
also recording, but he was also semi-nude, is what I saw. Axum Coffee released a statement on their socials, so you can see what they said there. Just the big old statement. We're going to be writing about it. Maybe it'll be up by the time you hear this episode. Crazy. What's happening with coffee shop restrooms?
I don't know. I mean, it's maybe because it's a public, meaning it's not like in the restaurant, so it's a little. I hate to say this.
removed.
It's just removed, and nobody's keeping an eye on it all the time.
Well, that's why I was wondering if it was a cruising spot, because that's like the gays notoriously go to cruising restrooms, and it's restrooms that are traditionally out of the way. Like there's some at Universal City Walk behind Voodoo Donuts. I know that's a cruising spot.
Now you're telling everybody.
Well, don't let your husband go in there alone. If he takes a long time, it's not because he had an upset stomach. You know what I'm talking about. And then I had another legal one for Mo. Uncle Lou.
Oh, yeah, this is a big
arrested
story.
And detained by ICE. Cleon Ortiel Williams, he's a 62-year-old owner of Uncle Lou's Entertainment Hall in Mills 50. He was detained last Saturday by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and is currently being held in Orange County Jail under immigration hold.
So Uncle Lou's is on Mills.
Uh-huh.
If you've never been, it's about the size of a closet.
It is.
With a bar. You could say a bar, but it's literally
With their
like a
windows
table.
illegally foiled up. I don't know why that's allowed.
And like they are hosts to, I would say, DIY bands.
yeah,
Yeah.
like beginner, garage band.
Probably somewhere
punk.
I would have hung out in my teens
Yeah.
and late teens, early 20s.
It's very old school Mills 50.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
gutter punk scene still lives strong there. I know homeless people love going there because they're allowed to hang out and
Yeah.
it's not an issue.
So supposedly,
Like local characters like to hang out
yes.
there, I should
So
say.
supposedly, from what I read, it was rated, I guess is the right word.
Yeah.
And for maybe selling illegal alcohol, meaning
Without a permit. That
think
was recent.
So what I saw, he had a beer and wine license, but not a liquor license.
Interesting.
And whoever was watching saw him pour liquor. This is what I read.
Okay.
It could be a different story by this point. So when they arrested him, then they figured out, there's an ice hold, or we have an ice hold here because he might not be in the country legally.
Yeah, I guess he.
I think he was born in Jamaica. It's once again,
born in Jamaica, and I heard through the grapevine, and this is alleged, that he overstayed his visa limit.
It happens a lot. No,
yeah.
it happens a lot. And there were some other allegations too of cases that had been dropped, and there's a whole thing there. But anyway,
they were sued recently for noise ordinance complaints by their neighbors, so I remember that was happening in 2000, I don't know. It was post-pandemic, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tough.
but nothing.
it's a music venue.
But nothing, at least in the last 30 years, it sounded like, was a violent crime. It wasn't like
no violent crimes. He's not being held for that reason. He's being held for the immigration thing, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Now but it's interesting now though that they're bringing up that alcohol thing that wasn't brought up before. That wasn't listed under a reason for him being held, but that was just recently released.
Yeah.
So because now it's getting attention from like Anna Escamani. Frost,
I don't know what they're gonna. I mean, I assume he'll get a lawyer, and I know they're trying to do some fundraisers and
when we had written about it, it had raised $16,000. They had a target of 20.
Okay.
I guess for legal fees, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. I assume the bar is still open.
I don't know.
Operating as per usual, but he was usually there making it all happen. So we'll see what happens. Keeping an eye on that one for sure. Are we good?
Let's take a break.
Okay.
We're here at Primrose Lanes and Bowling and Skating.
Yeah.
I might take a lap around there.
You should.
Have a little food here. I got a chicken Caesar salad.
Yeah, with some shoestring fries.
Yeah, so we're going to hang out here for a little bit. Come check out their new roller rink, and we'll be right back.
If you're missing out on the sold-out Matt Dinneman event in Altamont Springs this Sunday, the Orange County Library System is offering 2 more opportunities to engage with the New York Times bestselling author and his dungeon-delving work. OCLS will host a virtual author talk with Dinneman on June 11th from 7 to 8 p.m. in partnership with the Library Speakers Consortium. The online event will focus on his latest book, A Parade of Horribles, the newest installment in the wildly popular Dungeon Crawler Carl series, my favorite. Before the online event, OCLS's Downtown Book Club will meet at the Orlando Public Library to discuss the first book in the series, Dungeon Crawler Carl, on May 20th from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. The meetup takes place in the Magnolia Room on the 3rd floor. Make sure you register via orlandoshine.com. This week at Enzian Theater in Maitland, escape to Warsaw with pop star Charlie XCX in Europja, playing 1 week only, May 15th through the 21st. When a volcanic eruption strands her character, Bethany, in Poland, she ditches her fiancé and embarks on a wild adventure through clubs, lofts, and back alleys in this delightfully charming anti-romantic comedy from director Pete O's. Also this weekend, experience Nicholas Winding Refn's Pusher trilogy in stunning 4K restorations, May 15th to the 17th. These cult classics launch both Refn's career and Mad Mikkelsen's film debut. See all 3 films for just $30. Plus, don't miss 2 free outdoor screenings. Thursday, May 14th, it's National Treasure with Nicolas Cage in Central Park on Park Avenue as part of the Popcorn Flicks in the Park. And Wednesday, May 20th, join Enzian on their lawn for Midsummer at our Wednesday night picture show. Enzian, theater, blah, 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 movies. This episode of Orlando Shine is supported by Legacy Life Project. One of the things I appreciate about Legacy Life Project is that it isn't just about recording stories. It's about sitting down and really listening to someone reflect on their life. Not long ago, Legacy Life Project traveled to the North Shore of Lake Superior to film a life story interview with my father. And I had the chance to be there and watch the process unfold, which was great because I was hearing so many stories I'd never heard before, and I was there to help hold his hand when he got a little difficult and maybe he couldn't remember some things. So it was great to be there sitting by my father as he shared some of those life stories. Legacy Life Project creates documentary-style video biographies like that for families who want to preserve their stories for future generations, just like we did with my dad. You can learn more at legacylifeproject.com.
I made this record for you to jam, so use it.
Welcome back to the Orlando Shine Show with the Bus and Brendan.
That was the Bus. This is Brendan. Welcome to Orlando Shine.
Welcome.
Welcome. We're hanging out in the Milk District today.
We are. We are at Primrose Lanes Bowling and Skating.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the skating rink. I haven't gone yet. I promised that I would, but we're going to record the rest of it.
Are you okay? Because the disco ball's right behind my head. I feel
fine.
like you might be getting mesmerized.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
As you stare off into
No,
the
I'm fine.
distance. Okay, good. I didn't want you to get shook. Before the break, John, we didn't get. There's a really big story.
Okay.
I'm
here
didn't get
for
to
it.
talk about it.
We should say go to OrlandoShine.com to read all the things.
To read all this,
Please.
I'm a much better writer than I am a talker.
You think so?
Yeah, because I don't
know
remember
about that. I've
everything.
read your stuff.
Oh, I think I'm pretty good. There's something happened last week, and the city of Orlando has decided to pause its Swan program.
I would say abandoned, but maybe pause.
I would too, and I think they're saying pause because it's a spin.
Yes.
It's a spin, just like a disco ball.
So there's how many swans currently?
There are 44.
44 swans.
That are officially
There's
run
some
by the
imposter
city.
ones there that
are.
come in on their own accord.
They just
but
migrate on in because they haven't been clipped, so they're wild and abandoned.
44 actual official swans. And there was some issues late last year with swans dying and
there was
avian flu.
And then my piece. So there's avian flu. We lost half of our swans. I want to say like 36 or some swans died. Lots of them. At least official swans.
We don't know how
wild ones.
Between sloths and swans, we're just losing animals.
We are. But all of that, and we'll talk about why that's important, because that's all FWC. And FWC had some things to say about our swan program, which that has not made the public eye yet. And I'm getting some of that info now, and it's crazy. So I have another Swangate 2.0 story coming out that nobody will care about. But for now, those swans died. The city said it's this bird flu. There's nothing we could do about it. It happens every year. Boo-hoo, But through our investigation, it turned out, well, the water quality's not great, and they're all kind of sick anyway. And then the bird flu comes, and if they're already sick, then of course they're going to die, right? Because it will just take them out if they're compromised. And that's exactly what happened. The city again said, well, don't worry about that. Look over here. We're going to do an audit. We're going to figure out what we should do with the swans. We haven't heard what happened with that audit, but I got some notes. And I'm sorry, I'm getting on a tangent. So what we heard last week was they're pausing the program because of the bird flu. They don't know what that looks like. How do you have a program with the bird flu? But also because there's a massive $60 million renovation of Lake Eola Park coming.
Okay, all right.
Which is going to start this fall.
Might need to move them anyway for that.
Yeah, so they're like, we need to move these swans out of here anyway. It's already
kill
stressful.
2 birds with 1 stone here. No
Kill
pun intended.
44 with 1 stone. So they said, well, we have a list of FWC licensed swan caretakers. We can send the swans there. We will rehome them. And then try to revisit this program at the end. Do we want to bring them back? We don't know. What does it look like? That's what they're saying. So I got a call when I was coming back from Savannah, and kind of out of the blue, and I had to pull over at a weird gas station in South Georgia and hear all about this. And I asked them what they were going to do with the donations. They said, you have all these swan donation monies. What are you doing? They're like, we are going to contact everybody and let them know that they.
So wait, where are the swans going? They're just going to like some random people?
Breeders, mostly.
All right.
Like this one, Mr. Williams, from Williams Exotic Waterfowl. He provided a bunch of swans to Orlando through the years, but he's licensed by FWC. On paper, it looks good, like he can look after them. So they gave most of them, it looks like, to Mr. Williams.
Where's he at? Do you know?
I do.
Central Florida somewhere?
He is in Central Florida.
I assume he has a lake somewhere in his backyard?
Lake Butler.
Lake Butler, which is, I'll have to look on a map here where exactly Lake Butler
remember.
is. Anyway.
So they're saying, it's for the well-being of the swans getting rid of them. So that's what everybody wrote. Based on that press release and what the city was telling them, right?
I don't disagree with that, but tell me what's happening.
Well, Mr. Williams had to release a video because last week, so Andrew Marshall, the former Swan docent, has been up the city's butt about this issue. He's like, you're still not looking after the swans. They're sick. What are we doing here? What is the plan? And the city just kept kind of deferring him because they don't like a squeaky wheel in Parks and Rec. Their easiest way to deal with that is to just not talk to you anymore, right? So he's been excommunicated, even though he has some good things to say, but they don't want to talk about it because it's making their life more difficult. Mr. Williams was called, and he was told he needed to come and get some of these swans at like 4 a.m. one day.
Really?
Yeah, like they wanted these swans out of here.
Is that because they don't want people seeing somebody taking swans?
They don't want to see them being taken. They also, we think, because they're not saying why. That's one of my questions, one of my follow-up questions, John, is why 4 a.m.? What is this immediacy?
There's fewer people in the park, I would say.
But what's the immediacy?
I don't know.
Why do it then?
I'm just trying to think of reasons. That's
right?
all.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, why paint a crosswalk at midnight? I mean, who?
Yeah, because you don't want to be seen. That's exactly.
Just curious.
Yes. So we'll see how they spin it there. I can't wait to see their answers.
Maybe they're sleeping at 4 a.m. It's easier to catch them.
So in that process, like they prioritized eggs and cygnets, baby swans. They want those out first. The issue is that's distressing for the parents, and they tried to, under Williams' direction, take the parents with them if they can, right? Take them all at once, but they're not always together. It's usually one of the pair is sitting on the swans, the other one's out doing whatever, going to get food. So they couldn't find the male part of this one pair, and eventually, because they took the mom and the babies, there's a video from Andrew Marshall of this mourning father swan honking so sad it'll break your heart because his eggs and his wife are gone. Like, it's just so heart-wrenching. And so that was all over social media, and Williams was getting death threats because of this. People are like, we're going to separate you like you did these swans. And so he did like a testimonial on YouTube of like, hey, I want to save as many of these swans
I think
as
I saw that
possible.
video. Did he have a TV in the background? It was all blacked out or something?
He blocked
all
out.
right.
Like, it was so weird.
All right, I didn't see that.
You can see it. I
didn't watch it. I was 20 minutes. I was like, nope, I'm out.
I did. I
Give me the Cliff Notes.
I transcribed it, and I gave you the Cliff Notes in our story on OrlandoShine.com, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. But if you want to, it's at the bottom of the post. You can watch the whole video. But he operates a 200-acre facility in Lake Butler. It's not just swans. He's got lots. He does rescue stuff. He seems like a nice guy, but he's like, I'm doing what I can. Every one of these birds that has come to me is sick. They all have parasites. Some are missing eyeballs. Some are completely blind. This isn't a good
city birds do not live they live a rough life.
He can't resell them because they've been exposed to bird flu. So he's just trying to give them a good place. Sorry, my eyes winking out because I talked about a blind bird, I guess, and I got a psychosomatic symptom. So he's trying to do the best he can, trying to give these birds a place to live. He's not going to resell them. He can't breed them. Just wants to kind of hang out with them, make sure they're taken care of better than they have been. And he talks about how terrible their lifespan has been.
So, go ahead.
So that's just the tip. So read his testimonial piece. Because of that, I've been doing some more poking, and I've got a pitch that a Parks and Rec employee had to do. They did their audit, and I got their PowerPoint presentation following the audit, trying to tell the people who run Parks and Rec, hey, we have a choice here. It's either get rid of the swans or do it right. And according to the FWC, to do it right, it's going to cost over $300,000 a year.
So it's funny you said that exact number. I was talking about this with Mo yesterday.
Okay.
And, we got talking about it.
I threw a lot at you, sorry.
No. And so, he said the same thing. He's like, okay, if maybe I agree, maybe the best thing to do is to just remove them from the park. I mean, swans have been there for 100 years. Orlando in 1926 is different than Orlando in 2026. Yeah. I mean, there's more people, there's more cars, there's more everything.
People were just driving by and having picnics at Lake Eola.
Yeah, it's a different world. And so maybe as a city and as a community and possibly as a society, we have just grown up, and we can't have swans in an urban core like we could 100 years ago. It's just a different world. And so maybe the right answer is to remove the swans. But if you're not going to remove them, why do you not have a staff and funding to actually take care of them? And the number I said was $300,000. So it would probably cost that to pay.
It would cost $55,000, they said, just for outright, staff. Just for improvements of where they live.
Okay.
Like better pens.
Okay.
Because they're class 3 exotic species, John.
Yeah.
And according to FWC, that type of species is supposed to be panned. They're not supposed to be free range.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the city says they don't have to do that. I'm like, why? If the FWC says you do, I don't know what that difference is. So we're waiting on that answer,
But
too.
what I was going to say is you probably need to have 2 to 3 people whose only job it is to take care of the swans.
I agree.
Walking around all day long, checking on all the swans,
Yeah.
and telling people, stop messing with the swans. Like, that's probably job 1. And then somebody will actually care for them. So if it costs $300,000, when you consider a budget, the city's budget is probably $1 billion. I'm guessing, and I don't think I'm far off on that.
I don't think so either.
So, like, $300,000 is not that much money when if your iconic animal is the swan on all your logos, on all your emblems and your flags and all that stuff. You probably got to take care of the swans.
I would think.
And what's the big deal with spending $300,000 if you want to keep
If that's what you want to do.
And
if
maybe
you
want to
keep them,
maybe
and you want to put swans on everything, then wouldn't you want to do it in a way that's like brag worthy?
Exactly.
Of like, don't you want the best, healthiest swans ever?
And if you don't, and you don't want to pay for it, the other solution is we just don't have swans in Lake Eola.
Or have 2.
Yeah, or just have like this, Mr. and Mrs. Swan, and we're good.
Rotate them out every once in a while.
Yeah.
like
And that would
the
be,
school
I mean,
hamster.
do I need 50 there? Probably
No,
not.
I don't
like
think so.
2 maybe?
Yes.
I think that's fine.
I do too.
Yeah, so
and just focus on giving those 2 their best life ever.
Yes. Yeah. And if they die, just replace them.
Just replace them.
Nobody will know.
Like the classroom hamster.
I kid. I just don't. If you're not going to spend the money to do it right, probably don't do it at all.
I agree, but that's what was posited by this volunteer group at City Council, and the mayor didn't want to hear any of it, and especially Patty Sheehan. She didn't want to hear any of it because this is her cause. You know, she loves the swans. That's what
Everybody
she tells
loves
everybody.
The swans. I love the swans so much. I want them to live and thrive,
and not be one-eyed cyclopses. With clubfoot,
and
you know?
like you can see swans other places. Like they don't only live at Lake Eola. Like
no, and even actually they're removing some, but we still have those volunteers, those ninjas.
I'm just saying, like in the wild,
out.
like you can find them somewhere.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I just don't need. It doesn't make my enjoyment of Lake Eola Park any less.
And that seems.
And actually,
to be,
it might make it less because I feel bad for them.
Because you feel bad for them, and anyway. So that seems to be the general consensus from what I'm seeing in the comments.
So they're all gone right now, or they're still working on it?
They're still working on it.
All right. Need bigger nets to catch them.
I guess. Yeah. And they're trying to figure out who's what. And, the only people that really interacted with the swans on a daily basis were the volunteers. And they're not there anymore. They suspended that volunteer program back in, January, February?
Yeah.
They're the ones that knew where they all were. They were the ones that were tracking. Not really the Parks Department, but now it's on the Parks Department of like, where are these people? Where are the pairs? Who's what? They don't know. They're there to make sure homeless people aren't pooping in the lake, right? Anyway, are we okay on time?
We're good.
Publix is looks to have reversed its open carry gun policy.
I saw it kind of quietly though.
Yeah, they just kind of put up signs like
So
maybe you shouldn't bring in your gun.
Open carry came about. I think it was last year. That in the state of Florida, you can legally open carry.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody, though, now that I think about it. Have you?
I have.
I don't. Where?
Just walking the street in Baldwin, I saw.
Really?
One guy, yeah.
All right.
And then
I haven't. Personally, I haven't.
Okay.
So anyway, but businesses can make their own rules. So here at Primrose Lanes, I don't know the rules here, but there's drinking here. But
Publix was pretty outspoken in the beginning.
Yeah,
they were one of the first to say, Come on in.
But businesses can make your own decision. If you do open carry out in public and the business says you can't, you're really not allowed to. They can trespass.
It's funny
you.
because it seems like a Winn-Dixie move. Versus
Publix is based in Florida, and they donate to right-wing causes.
Yes,
so
they
anyway,
do.
so Publix put it up on their sign that said, I don't know if they said you could do it or they just didn't have a policy. Either way, they said it was okay. Like wink, wink. It's okay if you carry your firearm here in Publix. And so their new one says, like, we would kindly ask you not to open carry.
The grocery chain originally announced it would permit open carry last September after a North Florida appeals court ruled the state's ban on open carry was unconstitutional.
I just don't know if there was a big sign that said, please carry your guns in public.
Not that.
It was
but
like a
now
don't
it
ask,
says,
don't tell.
But they do have signs now that say Publix kindly asks that only law enforcement openly carry firearms.
I don't know what brought about this change.
I bet people stopped going.
Yeah?
I think so.
I will say this, like,
or they were nervous, or they did a survey. I'm nervous.
It could have been. There hasn't been one news story where like somebody was carrying his AR-15 and people are like, I don't want to go here no more. I just hadn't seen that. but I'm sure
Publix has done a lot, and people still go there.
Yeah, no, I
what I
mean,
mean?
you're kind of there's only so many choices.
Yeah.
Sometimes close to your house. I mean,
You
that's
only
not
go
an
to Whole
excuse,
Foods for
but-
so much quinoa.
Yeah, but like I there wasn't like one big incident that I know of, but there could have been a bunch of tiny incidents where somebody was like going to customer service and be like, that guy's freaking me out with his 6-shooter over there. Like, can you ask him to leave? And they couldn't ask him to leave because their policy
I
was
would
you can
never
have it.
do it. I'd be afraid to have it, and then people that's when people get in your face.
Well, if you
I guess you want people getting in your face if you're open carrying,
maybe
right?
I just don't know what was their about face, honestly. But I mean,
They won't
as I
tell
said,
us either.
I'm happy with that. I don't need somebody bringing their fire. I mean, they might still conceal carry, and I would never know, I guess.
I would not look at you.
No.
I would immediately
Yeah.
drop my stuff and get the cuss out of there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I don't. I've been
It would
around.
probably freak me out a little bit.
Yeah.
I think so.
Right?
Just because I've never seen it in Publix.
Yeah.
In all in
No, I'm
in the packing district.
I used to when I lived in Turkey. There were a lot of they call it gendarme. The army was always around.
Yes.
and they always had guns. You'd see like semi-automatic
I mean,
rifles and stuff.
theoretically, they're at least trained and
Yeah.
have gone through some sort of checks.
Yeah, not just like playing
Yeah.
Fortnite all the time. Level 99 is opening in Disney Springs very soon. It's a new big interactive gaming venue right next to Cirque du Soleil. It's going to have 63 life-sized mini games and challenges. So like giant chests and I don't know, stuff
Cool.
like that. Go check that out. They're hiring. If you're looking for a job, they're going to have tons of jobs. Next Door Live Music Festival is coming to Audubon Park on May 24th. It's going to be at multiple shops and businesses along there. They're going to have pop-up performances, and it kicks off at Palmer's Garden and Goods at noon on the 24th. Go support them. I think it ends at Lobos Coffee Roasters. We love Lobos.
I do.
You get coffee there.
I do.
There's a
Moe's
Mo
Joe
coffee.
has made their Tony Mo DeWitt's official coffee.
I had a coffee with them, a mushroom coffee at my last place of business, and I need to bring it back.
Maybe they can make an Orlando Shine version.
I would think.
I
I want
think
them to
so.
give me
Put some
back my
orange in there?
stickers. I paid for all those stickers out of my own pocket, and I don't like the idea
You
of
want
that.
to burn them all?
Yeah, at least, right? Screw that guy. Tony Ortiz entered the mayor's race. That's big news.
That is news. So is he's not on the commission anymore, is he?
He is.
Oh,
city
he is.
council.
Somebody else got voted off. He's not my commissioner. I don't even live in the city, so
I want to say District 2?
sure. I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Republican
announced-
turned Democrat, actually.
Recently, and people they keep calling him a fake Democrat.
Ah.
That's what they're all saying. That's a fake Democrat.
All right.
Oh, I would never vote for a fake Democrat. It's like, I don't. It's all fake.
It's technically a nonpartisan race, so none of them are Democrats and
Yeah.
none of them are Republicans.
The only Democrat real Democrat I know is Anna Escamani. When she says that she's a Democrat, you're like, yeah, of course you are. 'Cause there's nothing else you could be. You actually believe
A
everything.
progressive,
you're saying.
maybe. That could be a
Progressive.
different title.
She's a progressive. You're right. And she announced
She is running as well.
It tells you how good she is at her job. She preempted Tony Ortiz's announcement by saying, hey, I've raised over $1 million through small donations of at least $24 per person.
Yeah.
Since I announced my running.
But that's how Bernie Sanders used to talk about his
Right?
donations.
She said that the same day that Tony Ortiz is scheduled to come out that he was running. I just love that. I thought that was so funny.
I do like that there's multiple people in the race. There's actually 4. It's not just those two.
That's all I've seen.
I think there's 2 other ones that
running
maybe
for mayor.
Yeah. That,
Who?
Now you're putting me on the spot.
Jordan Eichenbach for Cholo Dogs keeps talking about.
No, I don't know the name of the other ones, but I did see them in the paper. I'll find them before.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, there's a few others. I wouldn't say they are candidates who people know, but there are other people running.
Our friends at Central Florida Public Media are bringing back their Tiny Desk concert. You have until, oh gosh, I already forgot, May 17th. So this weekend to vote for their top 12 Tiny Desk concert contributors, and then from then I think it's the top 4 will perform at a Tiny Desk concert in June. So make sure you go to that. We're proud supporters of the Tiny Desk concert. And that's it.
We gotta go.
Okay.
I gotta give a big shout out to Primrose Lanes and Bowling and Skating.
Yeah, man. Everything
Check
was
out the
great.
photos. Yeah, come check this place out. It's open every day, 3 to midnight or 1 or noon to. Just look at the hours. Go to Google.
Skating is 3 to midnight.
Yes.
Is what he said most days.
The 1, I think it's 1 a.m. late on Fridays and Saturdays.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$15-20. Come hang out. Good food, good drinks here. It's a lot of fun.
Good vibes.
Yeah, come check it out. So we'll see you guys next
Everyone's
week.
cute.
From the theme parks to downtown brick streets, from winter garden to sandy bare feet, everywhere the light touches is our kingdom. We're spilling tea and dropping wisdom.